This is Matt for Boxing Social. It's a little bit loud, but in association with Empire Fight Store, I've been joined by Dave Coldwell at the launch for Undisputed, the new boxing game. It took 3 years to make this, Dave, but I've just watched that on there. Your face pops up. What do you make of it?
It's very surreal watching me coach in my gym on a computer game. Weird.
Did you ever think in all your years of training, managing, promoting, whatever you've been doing, that you'd see your face on a video game?
No, do you know what it is? Bellew did a Rocky film, right? I had to do something, didn't I? Just something. I know it's not quite as big as being a Rocky film, but I'm on a computer game, so I'm buzzing. It's wicked.
How impressed have you been with the graphics? I mean, Sonny's just gone. I've played Sonny already, and he set me up a bit. I'm not going to lie.
One thing is, I ain't never going to play Sonny Edwards because apparently he's on this 24/7. He's not left his bedroom since last Wednesday playing this all time just to get ready for this.
It's good though, isn't it? This is something that we've been crying out for as boxing fans for 10+ years. I know even people who aren't gamers and stuff, they're just excited to see how it's sort of evolved over time. I've just had a go against Sonny, very realistic. Is this something you'll maybe have a go at?
Of course, 100% I'm going to get it. 100% going to get it.
I can't not if you're in it.
The kids can't wait to get it. Do you know what it is? Boxing games have always been fun. I remember when I was a kid, it was on the Sega Mega Drive. It was Rocky, and it was wicked. Yeah, that's a long time ago. But you know, you had your fight nights and stuff like that. But the graphics on this, the names that are in this, it's the names, it's the roster of fighters are in it. You've got Todd Grisham calling it. You've got, you know, it's everybody's in it. Everybody's involved in it, and it's very, very real. So I'm excited for the public to get to it. This is just what we're seeing and what comes out. It's early access, so it's not finished. It's just, again, to make improvements, to fix bugs and what have you that they do. I don't know about all that sort of stuff with games, but that's apparently what early access is. But some people, like, when they see these clips, think that's the game, that's it. It's not, it's still a process. Yeah, so I played it a while ago, before this version, and it was wicked. I'm crap on computer games, but it was so easy to use, it was so easy to play, it was good.
Let's come on to some real boxing. By the time this interview goes out, it may be tomorrow, the result may have happened, but let's talk about it. Anthony Yarde goes against Artur Beterbiev. Now, the knockout ratio, watched highlights of him last night. Incredible fighter. He's got it all to do tonight, but break that fight down for me. How do you see it?
Oh, do you know what? I just think it's a brilliant fight. I mean, I've tweeted about it a couple of times. I just think if you're a boxing fan, you should be looking forward to this fight. If you're a boxing fan, you should be watching this fight. If you can't watch it live, you watch it later, get old, you have to watch the fight. You should be excited about it. If you're not a boxing fan and you just like the big names, watch the fight, because this is the kind of fight where it'll draw people and they'll want to watch it, because you got two. Listen, they're both beasts. Anthony Yarde, I know he gets a lot of criticism because of the level opponents and things like that, but he's stepped up. He's beaten Lyndon Arthur. You know, obviously he got beat by Kovalev, but the guy can fight. They brought on Tundi and Anthony brought on James Cook, who was an old school coach from back in the day, a great coach. Just for a bit more wisdom and a bit more experience than there, they've meshed and gelled together. I'm excited to see this fight because even though Beterbiev is a beast, an absolute monster, and people only look at him for power, the man's got intelligence, he's got such an IQ, he's very, very good, very, very good. He's such a mammoth task that Yarde's got. But Yarde can punch, and he's very, very fast. And Beterbiev now, we have seen him get hurt early doors, so it's going to be interesting. But if Yarde starts getting engaging and taking punches, Beterbiev doesn't load up on one shot. If he starts taking 2 and 3s, it's a difficult night for him.
It's almost like a double-edged sword, this. I watched Beterbiev last night. He throws a lot of very sharp, short shots, but every one of them seems to either stun or do something to the opponent. Now, for me, if you look at Anthony's best chance, you'd think, well, get close, land the uppercuts, land on him. But to do that, he's got to put himself in danger zone all night long. Do you think he can do that?
Yeah, listen, if he lands, it can hurt him because it can punch. But the other thing is as well, Beterbiev's a very good body puncher. And you got to think about zapping the energy of all that big muscle from Anthony Yarde. Is that going to get zapped and is that going to grind him down? The kid's got a good chin because look at with Kovalev. He got done by Kovalev because he was shattered. He was shattered and he was doing really well in that fight. Yes, Kovalev wasn't Kovalev that was at his peak, but it doesn't matter. Yeah. He'll have learned from that experience. I don't say, oh, he got no chance. I think that's why I'm so excited because I genuinely don't know. Is it Father Time that catches up on Beterbiev? He's 38 years old. There comes a point where you age, and sometimes you can age overnight. Now, I'm not taking anything away from a Yarde win, but all I'm saying is that's what we're into. Boxing's about timing, passing of the torch and all that sort of stuff. But it's a tough ass, mate. But Beterbiev's a beast, an animal, and he's consistently fought at a good level. He's fought at a high level.
Seasoned, isn't it?
Yeah, very, very good amateur. But then as a pro, he's had real fights, and that might tell on Anthony,
Right, I've got to ask you about this. So it was announced yesterday. Tommy Fury, Jake Paul, finally. Talk to me, you're a pure boxing man.
How can you go from Beterbiev,
because it's the face of
Yarde, straight to Tommy Fury again?
They're facing off in the ring on the same night, that's why. They're having a face-off in the ring, so talk to me about it. From what you've seen of Tommy, Jake.
Klimas here as well.
We've got him, we've got Aegis.
Listen, it's a massive fight, and will I see it? Yeah, I'll see it. Well, I'm not going to pay for it. I'll wait on delay. I'll know who's going whatever. But will I watch it? Yeah, because I'm intrigued by it. Because Jake Paul's actually looking like he's improving, he's working hard, he's getting better, but he's not fought a fighter yet. So I'm like, how do you judge him? Tommy Fury is a fighter, but he's never stepped above that journeyman who you're supposed to blast out in a few rounds role yet. So it's intriguing, and that's why it's a good mashup at this stage from both. But it's like, can you imagine the pressure on Tommy Fury?
I was about to say,
your dad and Tyson are saying,
don't come on.
Yeah, basically saying Saudi if you lose, if you don't knock him out. That's a lot of pressure on the kid. But
behind Tommy then.
I don't know either of them. I just want it to be a good fight, and I want the boxer to win.
I think a lot of us are hoping the boxer wins, but
But you can't just listen. People are gonna say, "Oh, if he gets beat, he's got beat by a YouTuber," and then YouTube's this, YouTube that. No, Tommy Fury is a novice boxer. He's a novice boxer. It's not like Jake Paul's fighting a seasoned professional or a good top prospect or anything like that. Tommy's he's
still learning.
No, listen, he's been chasing Jake Paul for so long. That tells you where his goals are for the sport. Do you know what I mean? You're not driving and chasing to become a world champion and you want to be in, all these sort of accolades in boxing. If you're spending a year, 2 years chasing a YouTuber, so that's good luck to him. He's gonna crack it. He's rich anyway. He did Love Island, didn't he? So he's made a fortune anyway. He's cracked it, but he's doing what he wants to do, and he's got the fight that he wanted. So I'm happy for him. Good luck to him. Jake Paul, I rate his work ethic. Talk some shit when he's calling out real fighters, but in his lane and what he does and what he's done for the sport as well with the promotion and stuff like that, I rate him. I rate how he's bringing eyes to it. I rate it. So let him fight, let him get on with it, and let's see who wins.
Dave Coldwell, thanks for talking to Boxing Social again. We'll catch up with you soon.
Thanks, mate.